Fight Crusaders, welcome back. Breaking news. Dazn now the biggest platform for broadcasting and streaming boxing fights. Let's dive into how it all started. Eddie Hearn, the charismatic face of Matchroom Boxing, had been the first to make the leap, signing an exclusive deal with Dazn that had shaken the foundations of the industry. His fighters now fought under the banner of a platform that had revolutionized the way fans consumed the sport, offering them an all-you-can-eat buffet of bouts for a monthly fee. It was a model that was quickly proving to be the future, and one that Bob Arum had been resisting with every fiber of his being. Top Rank Promotions, the last bastion of traditional boxing in a world quickly being swallowed by the digital streaming giant, Dazn. Bob Arum, the seasoned promoter, sat behind his desk, the weight of his decision resting heavily upon his furrowed brow. His office walls adorned with the sweat-soaked posters of past champions and the gleaming belts that had once been the crown jewels of the sport, now seemed to whisper accusations of obsolescence. The phone on his desk rang, a persistent, digital reminder that the world outside his sanctuary was moving on without him. The ring of the phone grew louder, more insistent, as if echoing the ticking clock that hung over the fate of his beloved Top Rank. He knew he couldn't ignore it much longer. With a sigh, he picked up the receiver, bracing himself for the barrage of questions and opinions that would surely follow. On the other end of the line was Eddie Hearn and Oscar de la Hoya, the suave former fighter turned promoter. His voice was tinged with a hint of smugness that Arum couldn't help but resent. "Bob," Hearn began, "you're one of the last men standing. Everyone else is with us now. It's only a matter of time before you follow suit." Arum felt his grip tighten around the phone. "I've built Top Rank from the ground up, Eddie. I don't take kindly to being told my time is up." "Times change, Bob," de la Hoya chimed in smoothly. "Look, we're not here to bury you. We're just offering a hand to help you adapt. Think about it, together we could dominate the sport, give the fans what they really want." Arum's office chair squeaked as he leaned back, the leather protesting against the pressure. "What makes you think I need your help? Top Rank has been around since before you two were even born. I've seen promotions rise and fall, and I've always managed to keep mine standing." Hearn chuckled on the other end. "Oh, come on, Bob. You know the game better than anyone. The landscape has changed. Fans want convenience, they want value for their money. That's what we're giving them." Arum took a moment to gather his thoughts, the silence on the line stretching taut. "And what's in it for me, exactly?" Hearn's tone grew serious. "A piece of the pie, Bob. A significant one. You bring in your roster, your experience, your legacy, and we'll make sure Top Rank's future is as bright as its past." Arum's eyes drifted to the framed photo of Muhammad Ali on his desk, a stark reminder of the glorious days of boxing. He knew the business had changed since then. The days of network television deals and pay-per-view bonanzas were dwindling. The new era was one of digital subscriptions and global reach. But was this the price of progress? The line remained silent, the tension palpable. Arum knew he couldn't ignore the inevitable forever. His fighters were growing restless, seeing the lucrative opportunities that Dazn had brought to Hearn's and de la Hoya's stables. The sport was evolving, and Top Rank risked being left behind. He took a deep breath, the weight of his decision pressing down on his chest. "All right," Arum finally said, his voice gruff. "Let's talk numbers." The conversation shifted into a dance of dollar signs and percentage points, a negotiation that spanned hours, days, and eventually weeks. The industry buzz grew louder with each passing moment, the anticipation of Top Rank's decision rippling through the boxing world. Finally, the deal was struck. Top Rank Promotions would join the Dazn family, a move that would send shockwaves through the industry and change the face of boxing forever. The news broke like a sonic boom across the sports media landscape. PBC Promotions, once the envy of their peers, now found themselves the odd man out. The ego of their CEO, Al Heyman, had been their downfall. His stubbornness to adapt to the digital age had isolated them, leaving them to cling to the dwindling pay-per-view market. The writing was on the wall, and it was clear that their refusal to join Dazn was no longer a symbol of strength, but a declaration of impending obsolescence. In stark contrast, the Queensberry promotion had embraced the future early on, signing with Dazn shortly after Matchroom Boxing. The move had paid dividends, as their fighters now found themselves on the undercards of the platform's major events, gaining exposure to a new audience that had been previously unreachable. The young British upstart, Daniel Dubois, was one such beneficiary. With a string of explosive knockouts, he had become a fan favorite, his name now whispered alongside the greats of the sport. Meanwhile, Dazn's competitors were scrambling to respond to the growing monopoly. ESPN, Showtime, and HBO, once the titans of the boxing broadcast world, were now mere spectators to the unfolding drama. They watched as Dazn poached their fighters and viewership with their deep pockets and innovative approach. The traditional networks were forced to adapt or face extinction. The fight nights on Dazn grew grander with each passing week. The production values were cinematic, the commentary insightful, and the fights themselves were a mix of legacy bouts and fresh talent. Boxing fans were in heaven, as they could now watch their favorite fighters without breaking the bank on pay-per-view. The platform had become the epicenter of the sport, a one-stop shop for all things boxing. The boxing legends like Floyd Mayweather Jr., Roy Jones, Mike Tyson. Current fighters like Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Alvaro Canelo, Ryan Garcia and Jake Paul have had their fights streamed on Dazn with the crowd's roar echoing through the arena and into the living rooms of millions of subscribed fans worldwide. Fight Crusaders, for more contents like this, please subscribe and follow the channel. This is Dazn, the global sports streaming platform that transcends boundaries and redefines the way fans experience their favorite sports.